Welcome to War India News Hour. WhatsApp's end-to-end encryption for privacy and security raises many questions. One of the WhatsApp's key features is end-to-end encryption, which means the message sent using WhatsApp are only visible to the sender and receiver of the message. What we have heard and believed in with good faith, WhatsApp enforced the end-to-end encryption on its platform in 2016. Instant messaging service WhatsApp has become so popular with a strong user base of more than 2 billion globally, and in India the number is about 400 million. India seems to be one of the largest markets for WhatsApp, but the surprising part is that they have not done any business so far in India up to last year. WhatsApp is adding new features after reading the user's behavior by adding supports like video calling, file sharing, voice messaging, etc. and boasts end-to-end encryption for privacy. On paper, WhatsApp seems to be a secure instant messaging platform with privacy at its core. However, the recent incidents where chat details of several Bollywood personalities have allegedly been leaked have brought back questions about WhatsApp's privacy and security. Secondly, while WhatsApp chats are said to be 100% private and confidential, it looks like it would be practical not to reveal deep secrets on the messaging platform. As per a cyber expert, it is likely that WhatsApp chats and calls are not as safe as believed, as the chats can be eavesdropped upon and even tampered. He said that chats can be modified or accessed by a third party. There are sophisticated softwares or spywares in the market that allow for chats to be modified. He said that even conversations on the app can be heard remotely if the mobile phone of the person is compromised. There are malicious programs to compromise people's phones, and based on these programs, communication between two parties can be heard by a third party, the expert says. Let's look into today's headlines in War India. New Android malware could steal your banking credentials. It is a wake-up call for the active users of banking apps on your Android smartphones. When you think you have adhered to all the necessary security protocols out there and thus you will be safe on the internet, a new threat pops up out of nowhere. The newest strain of Android malware can do a lot of damage to your Android devices. The new Trojan named Alien is getting popular as malware as a service in various underground hacking communities. Orange and Schneider Electric run industrial 5G trials in French factory. Schneider Electric announced the first deployment of indoor 5G in the industrial sector in France on experimental frequencies as part of a trial. Operating since March, this first co-innovation project in the Le Vaudreuil factory aims to use 5G in a modern industrial environment to build reliable, scalable and sustainable connectivity solutions for future industrial needs. Samsung brings in Microsoft to help expand enterprise 5G deployment. Samsung announced a collaboration with Microsoft for the end-to-end cloud-based private 5G network solution to drive innovation that lowers the barriers to entry for deployment of private 5G networks in enterprises. Samsung is a pioneer in the successful delivery of 5G end-to-end solutions ranging from chipset, radio and core network. With this, Samsung is aimed to achieve greater cost efficiencies in 5G deployments. Now, Microsoft is to help enterprises transform the way they operate through next-generation communications. Disney to lay off 28,000 theme parks unit employees. Walt Disney Co. said it will lay off roughly 28,000 employees, mostly at its US theme parks where attendance has been crushed by the coronavirus pandemic, especially in California where Disneyland remains closed. As per the sources, about 2/3 of the laid-off employees will be part-time workers. Amazon, Google and Microsoft raise concern with trial. The Telecom Regulatory Authority of India submitted a list of recommendations on cloud service providers, that is CSPs, to the Department of Telecommunications. TRAI suggested that cloud service providers need more regulation, which can be achieved by putting them in a light touch regulatory regime. TRAI wants DoT to set up an industry body comprising CSPs, government and industry experts and make sure that operating cloud service providers in India join it mandatorily within 6 months. The global cloud service providers such as Google Cloud, Amazon Web Services, Microsoft, IBM and VMware are protesting against the recent decision of TRAI. DPIIT asks ministries to boost manufacturing in 24 key areas. The government's Department for Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade, that is DPIIT, has shared a list of 24 key areas with ministries asking them to create plans to boost manufacturing and make India self-reliant. The areas include food processing, toys, furniture, iron and organic farming among others. Each ministry will bring its own policy on these sectors, said a DPIIT official. Airtel and Radware to offer cloud security services to enterprises. As businesses have undergone digital transformation, their security requirements are also evolving given the ever-changing, increasingly complex threats. Airtel has partnered with Radware to offer Radware's Cloud DDoS Protection, Cloud WAF and Bot Manager cloud security services to enterprise customers. Airtel's comprehensive services and global customer footprint necessitates cloud security solutions that give their customers the flexibility, scalability and visibility they need to grow and protect their businesses no matter where they are. The partnership is going to benefit over 1 million businesses in India with its integrated solutions and is the largest player in the enterprise connectivity space. McAfee files for the second IPO. McAfee has filed for an initial public offering highlighting the channel for driving a significant portion of its sales. St. Joe's, California-based McAfee listed a placeholder valuation of $100 million in its IPO filing with the US Securities and Exchange Commission, though the actual number is expected to be higher. The company's filing detailed the importance of the channel to its revenue stream. McAfee's IPO filing detailed the significant portion of sales that go through the channel to its main revenue stream. Arista acquires Awake for NDR security. Arista Networks announced that it has entered into a definitive agreement to acquire Awake Security, a network detection and response, that is NDR platform provider that combines artificial intelligence with human expertise to autonomously hunt and respond to insider and external threats. Awake is pioneered in situational awareness to secure digital assets and then respond to mitigate those risks. We see an exciting future for Awake within the Arista family, said Rahul Kashyap, CEO for Awake Security. VMware acquires SaltStack to complete the automation cycle. In the recently held VMworld 2020, VMware expressed its plans to acquire software automation specialist SaltStack in a move to boost its vRealize suite of products and address all customer automation needs both on-premises and in the cloud. As the SaltStack offers robust configuration, compliance and vulnerability management capabilities which will enable VMware vRealize to help customers address their SecOps practices. This will help complete the automation story and enable us to extend the automation capabilities beyond infrastructure to the entire application stack. COVID update. The number of positive coronavirus cases reported from India now stands at 62,23,656, while the toll from the disease stands at 97,556. To summarize and talking about the end-to-end encryption, as the theory says, the encrypted data is secured by an encryption key which unlocks the coded data and turns it back into its original form. In an end-to-end encryption, the data is encrypted on the host device and it turns back to its original form on the recipient device through an encryption key. The process works in the background, so both the sender and the receiver see the information in its original form. The end-to-end encryption makes it impossible for anyone other than the sender and the receiver to read or access the data. WhatsApp's end-to-end encryption is activated by default. According to a WhatsApp blog post, WhatsApp's end-to-end encryption ensures only you and the person you are communicating with can read what is sent and nobody in between, not even WhatsApp. It means every message you send has its own unique lock and key. All of this happens automatically. There is no need to turn on settings or set up special secret chats to secure your messages. The chats and calls on the instant messaging platforms are encrypted. On technical grounds, the encryption stands. But then if you look at it, despite encryption, the particular chat can be modified. A report says that it is humanly impossible for a layperson to know whether the security system of the phone is compromised. It is for the police to know. Through forensic examination of the chat, it can be concluded if the chat is authentic. Nothing in technology is 100% secure. Yet, it does not mean that people should stop using WhatsApp or other social media platforms. Use, but with caution. However, the expert says WhatsApp messages are admissible proof in the courts of law. So, let's wind up for the day. But do not forget to like, share, comment and subscribe to War India News Magazine. Please download the War India app from Google Play Store for the latest news and updates. So, stay tuned. Thank you.